How do you think the government's handling Mycoplasma bovis?
Look, I think what is important, and it's been pleasing to see the same or similar remarks from the Prime Minister following mine yesterday, is we don't want to make this a political football. We don't want to get into a blame game on this. I think what's really important now is that we have solutions. I think, they have got to be swift and decisive solutions following the evidence, but, ultimately this is about the farmers, and we want to actually know in national how we can help. We'd be keen to have as much information as we can so that we can be constructive with this very serious issue for our farmers.
It's been so far from some of the decisive so far, hasn't it?
Well, I think what is true is, we know what are we 8-9 months into government, and our call, I think, from the start of this has been that what we need to see is certainty for the farmers, some decisiveness, and some answers around the compensation and so on.
Does National accept some of the blame though?
No, not necessarily. I'm not going to stand here in front of you today, Jess, and say that I'm some absolute expert on all of the ins and outs of this. But what is true is we launched a review into this to see what was happening. We also support law changes to support this. I think the reality is sometimes really bad things like this do happen, and then it's how you deal with it afterwards. And I think, whether it's National, Labour, what's important now is we don't politic on it. We don't have a blame game. We get in and we try and solve it, and National wants to help do that.
What are you hearing on the ground? What are farmers telling you? Is this spiralling?
Look at the public meetings I've done. It's been raised not at every one, but certainly I'd say about half of them. What is very clear when I talk to farmers about it, it's just incredibly distressing for them, and that's, I suppose, where they're at the moment. They're at that, dare I say, first stage, or those first stages of grief as they think about it. They've been really clear to us, though, actually, to myself, to Nathan Guy, to others of my colleagues who are farming MPs, that they want us to be constructive. They don't want to see politicking. They want to see a very much solutions-oriented approach. So we're taking that quite seriously.
Grant Robinson has mooted the idea of an EQC-like fund to help with biosecurity. What do you think about that?
Look, I'm open to seeing exactly what he is saying and where that goes. My concerns really are that at the moment we already have a levy of sorts and an industry agreement. So there is a cost-sharing arrangement that's there across primary production. I wouldn't want to see this become a further cost or a tax on top of a tax, and what we already see. I think there also is some, whether you'd call it an irony, but interesting positioning, given how critical the government has been around EQC and that model, to see that rolled out here. But I don't think anyone and farmers alike dismiss that cost sharing is needed. All I'm saying to you is there's already a way to do that.